Hi, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I wanted to talk about grief. I am going to talk about grief and unexpressed grief and how it can lead to depression, and I'm sure a whole host of other mental health issues. Why I've decided to talk about this is because I'm going to try and do this without crying, if possible. I'm not sure it is. But I recently lost my best buddy, my little cat, Messy, who if you've seen my other videos, he often made an appearance. Yeah, he died a couple of weeks ago, and it's been the most devastating thing that I feel I've ever been through. And if you know me, you'd think that was strange, because my dad died 16 months ago, and I lost my mum when I was like in my 20s, and I had another couple of cats put to sleep, and I've had other losses throughout my life. So you thought, why is this the most devastating thing? Well, I think because I'm not drinking, and I'm not drinking, but I'm also allowing myself to feel my feelings over this situation. Because when my dad died, I was drinking nearly every day. I mean, I was doing that before he died, but I didn't stop when he died. So I only stopped. If you saw my other video on drinking and depression, I said in there that I stopped this January, so it's 3 months thereabouts. And it wasn't that I didn't cry or feel upset when he died, but there's something about grieving and drinking at the same time. It's almost like you don't get in touch with that real pain. The alcohol creates a barrier, so you can get upset, and I did. I cried buckets, and but since my cats died, I've really gone through some real pain, emotional pain that I've never felt before in my life, I think. Because when my mum died, I was drinking, probably taking drugs, never really grieved properly. My dad, as I've just said, and then be drinking at the other times when I've lost other things. So the reason I want to make this video is yes, it hurts like hell. This pain hurts like hell, and there's days when I thought I can't bear it anymore. I just can't bear it. But I have bared it. I don't think that's good English. I'm sure you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm hoping that at the point where I've kind of done with my grieving, whenever that point comes, I'll be better for it. There better be some damn reward, I tell you, for this, because if there's no reward, if there's no light at the end of the tunnel for all this pain I've been going through, then I'll just think, what's the point in going through pain? I might as well just not bother. But I'm sure there is a benefit to it, even if the benefit is just keeping me more emotionally healthy. Because as I've said in another video about feeling your feelings, when we don't feel our feelings, we can end up depressed. And, you know, arguably, there's probably more serious mental health conditions that occur if we repress our feelings. And also it makes us, I would think it makes us harder as human beings. Because if you're in touch with your feelings, you know, when something hurts you, feel it, you're going to be more empathic towards other people. You're going to understand other people's pain, which is a good thing if you're working in the caring professions, as I am, or just generally, isn't it? If you're in a relationship, just being around people, it's better to be empathic, I think, on the whole, rather than not. So I guess the message here is, again, you need to feel what you feel. Because feelings, even though they hurt, they can really, really hurt. They're not going to kill you. They're not going to harm you. They just feel like crap. And what's happening with me is yesterday I was in a bad place. I was sobbing and really wailing like a banshee. Some of the sounds I'm making, but I see it as a good thing. And then this morning I was crying before I went to work. And then I've kind of been okay-ish during the day. And I'm well enough now to make this video, so things are okay really. But tomorrow I could be a wreck again, because that's what seems to be happening. I have a day where I feel terrible, and then I feel okay, and then I'm terrible. And I suppose it's a new experience for me, because I've not really done the grief thing before. But I'm surviving it, and you can too, if you allow yourself the time, the space, and you're not hard on yourself about anything. If you need to grieve, bloody grieve. Don't let it sit and fester. Because another thing, I'm wondering, this pain that I'm feeling, is it all about my cat? Or is it about my dad as well? Is it even about my mum, who died, 23 years ago? It could be a lot of grief from a lot of different experiences all being churned up. Because I'm accessing it for the first time in my life properly. I started that sentence, that conversation. I don't even know where I was going with it, so I'll leave it there, I think. Okay. Well, thank you for listening, tuning in. Please comment if you've got anything constructive to say. All right, I'm off now. Bye.